Up next on Lion TV, Line of the Week is Ben O'Connell, and Bo Bramlett has a story on the care closet.
And me, Eric Coley, to see if we got through all of this windiness. All that and more, Lion TV starts now.
Happy Friday, Searcy High. Welcome back to another episode of Lion TV. I'm Brayden Farron.
And I'm Marley Snow. Let's get right into the student announcements.
Counselors will not be scheduling individual meetings with students until after students have watched all the videos in Lion Time, and the counselors have met with them in their English classes. After that, there will be a Google sign-up sheet for students to schedule a visit with their counselor. Students need to watch all scheduling videos.
Are you a sophomore with a parent, step-parent, or legal guardian currently serving in the military? If so, apply to be a student advisor for the Arkansas Council for Military Children. Earn up to 12 community service hours, advocate for the month of the military child activities in your school, attend and participate in council meetings, and more. Applicants are open April 1st through 30th. For full details on the application, link email Ms. Stipes at ksipes@searcyschools.org.
On Friday, April 11th, the school will be taking juniors and seniors to ASU Newport to see the High Voltage Lineman program and the Surgical Tech program. If you're interested in going, please come and get a permission slip and turn it into the guidance office.
The next AccuPlacer will be given on April 8th and April 9th. The sign-up sheet is in the counselor's office. The cost is $15.
Searcy High School had a total of 8 artworks selected by jury to show in the Governor's Young Artist Competition and will hang in the Governor's Mansion from April until mid-May. Our very own Lexi Mize had 3 selections. Nathaniel Ingram and Aspen Hensley each had 2 selections, and James Stafford had 1 selection.
Hey, what's that new room with all the clothes in it?
Well, that's our very own SHS Care Closet. Bo Bramlett has a story to tell us about how this program is impacting our school.
Every student deserves to feel confident and cared for and have what they need. The Care Closet is here to provide clothing, hygiene products, and other needs for the students completely free of charge.
It started at the beginning of the school year when I got connected to a parent volunteer of one of the students here at the school who was just really interested in helping out however she could. And she had this idea for the Care Closet because she's done similar projects in the past.
From warm coats in the winter to everyday necessities, the Care Closet is stocked to the brim with essentials, but how can they afford to keep it thriving?
So right now it's been mostly through donation. My parent volunteer, she's a rock star in getting that kind of stuff for us. We've had donations from teachers and staff here at the school, and also sometimes through request. If we have a student who needs something that we don't have, we're able to go and find that in the community for them.
The Care Closet is here to provide anyone and everyone anything they need, from needs at home or accidents at school.
We didn't want it to just be for students who maybe didn't have enough at home, but for any kind of emergencies at school. You know, if you've got a rip during an activity or a spill during lunch, or anything else, if you ended up not wearing the right clothes for the weather that day.
The Care Closet has many reasons for helping the student body, but what is the main goal they are trying to accomplish?
We're just really hoping that it helps students come to school, stay in school, and feel confident and welcome and like they can be safe here.
The Care Closet is here to show that when students have what they need, they can focus on what really matters: learning, growing, and reaching their full potential. Now back to the news desk.
Thanks, Bo. Glad people at SHS are looking out for everyone.
Fire officials across Arkansas have been fighting fires due to dry and windy conditions in the state. Arkansas is under a red flag warning, and many counties are under burn bans. The Arkansas Department of Agriculture's Forestry Division is actively working on extinguishing 54 wildfires. Crews across the state have been deployed and are partnering with local fire departments, the National Park Service, and U.S. Forest Service. The Forestry Division has been unable to combat fires from the air due to windy conditions. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders released a statement saying Arkansas' ongoing wildfires have shut down many highways and interstates across the state. Be aware, listen to the law enforcement officers, and avoid these areas if possible.
Attacks on property carrying the logo of Elon Musk's electric car company are cropping up across the U.S. and overseas. While no injuries have been reported, Tesla showrooms, vehicle lots, charging stations, and privately owned cars have been targeted. There's been a clear uptick since President Donald Trump took office and empowered Musk to oversee a new Department of Governmental Efficiency that's slashing government spending. Experts on domestic extremism say it's impossible to know yet if the state of innocence will balloon into a long-term pattern. In Trump's first term, his properties in New York, Washington, and elsewhere became a natural place for protest. In the early days of his second term, Tesla is filling that role.
President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky spoke for about an hour on Wednesday. The U.S. leader said, a day after he spoke with Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin. In a social media post, Trump said the call was to align both Russia and Ukraine in terms of their requests and needs. As he seeks to bring about ceasefire between the two countries, we are very much on track, Trump added, saying he asked Secretary of State Marco Rubio and National Security Advisor Michael Waltz to provide further details of the conversation in a forthcoming statement. During Trump's discussion with Putin on Tuesday, the Russian leader agreed not to target any energy infrastructure, but refused to back a full 30-day ceasefire.
Hey Braden, this weather has been really windy this week. What is going on?
No idea, but I know Eric Crowley can tell us, so let's send it over to him.
Happy Friday, Sissy High. Spring is in the air, so let's see what the weather has in store for us. Today's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 69, rain at 1% chance, winds blowing south-southwest at 16 miles per hour, humidity at 36%, and your sun rose at 7:08 a.m. On to tonight. Tonight will be clear with a low of 41, rain at 1% chance, winds blowing west at 9 miles per hour, humidity at 50%, and your sun will set at 7:19 p.m. On to the almanac. Your last 7 days average was a high of 64, low of 42. Your monthly average of precipitation is 5.07 inches, and your month to date is 2.32 inches. On to the 5cast. Saturday will be sunny with a high of 74, a low of 52, and a 2% chance of rain. Sunday will be thunderstorms with a high of 70, a low of 45, and a 72% chance of rain. Monday will be mostly sunny with a high of 68, a low of 43, and a 5% chance of rain. Tuesday will be mostly sunny with a high of 74, a low of 46, and a 3% chance of rain. And on Wednesday, it'll be partly cloudy with a high of 73, a low of 47, and a 5% chance of rain. Once again, despite the Sunday thunderstorm, the days are still going to be good and strong. Now sending it back to our anchors at the news desk.
Thanks for the updates, Eric. Man, I'm hungry. Hey Braden, what's for lunch today?
Today we'll be having General Tso chicken stir fry, classic cheese pizza, classic cheeseburger, chicken and cheese crispito, ham and Swiss cheese sub, chicken egg roll, and milk.
That sounds amazing. Make sure to thank our lunch ladies for all their hard work.
The boys wrestling team had a very successful season, Marley.
That's right. Kat is here with one of our outstanding wrestlers for Lion of the Week.
Welcome back to another week of Lion Week, and special guest here today is Ben O'Connell. So Ben, what made you want to join wrestling?
I wanted to join wrestling since I was little because my dad wrestled when he was in high school.
Okay, and are there any challenges when it comes to wrestling?
Yeah, there's a lot of challenges actually. You have to eat really well so you can have energy and still make weight. And then you also have to have enough energy for practice every day. And so that's definitely a big challenge.
Okay, and what does a regular day of wrestling look like?
We get into practice at about 2:30 and we clean the mats. And then we'll start by warm-ups and stretches, and then we go into drills, and then we'll do some live wrestling. And then in season, we'll do some running for our conditioning.
Okay, and when you first joined wrestling, what were your first thoughts?
I immediately was a little bit nervous because there were people like doing backflips and stuff, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna make it in this team.
And under control, you're gonna feel it in your hip flexors.
Would you recommend wrestling to any other students? If so, why?
I would say everyone should at least give it a try. It's a great experience. It helps you grow confidence, and then you also you bond so well with your teammates. You just spend so much time together that you're all going to be friends forever.
And finally, what do you think about the other wrestling students and coaches?
They're all great this year. The atmosphere's been really good. We have a new coach, Jordan Slaughter. He used to wrestle a long time ago, and he'll get on the mat and help us learn moves and wrestle with us to teach us.
1, 2, 3, fight!
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have in this week's Lion of the Week. I'm Kat Bramman, and I'll see you guys next week, Cersei.
Thanks, Kat. Hey, Marley, March Madness is starting up today.
That's right, Samuel Stubbs is here with all of our sports updates.
Happy Friday, Cersei. In local sports, our SHS boys and girls soccer teams took on Batesville this past Tuesday, where the boys would have their toughest game yet. SHS would go scoreless in the first half, looking to tie the game 1-1. Hayden Lee would keep Cersei's hopes alive with a goal during the second period. Both teams would be unable to score for the remainder of the game, with it resulting in a 1-1 tie. The girls also took on Batesville on Tuesday, where they would continue to move forward by picking up the win on the road 6-0. Both teams took on West Memphis yesterday evening, and we'll have scores and highlights during our next show. The next track meet for SHS athletes will be on April 3rd at BB. This event will also be another heavily focused relay-only track meet. Jay Lewin along with Chip Johnson were both announced earlier this week with all conference awards. Chip would also be awarded All-State for the third consecutive year. On the boys' side, Jalen Clifton and Quade King would also be awarded the conference titles for the second year in a row. Moving on to national sports, Alabama State beat Stephen F. Austin in an NCAA tournament first four thriller on Tuesday. With the game tied at 68 in the waning moments, Amar Knox cut a length of the court pass and laid it in to give Alabama State a 70-68 win. The Hornets played Auburn yesterday in the round of 64. After controversially getting into the NCAA tournament, North Carolina made an emphatic statement on Tuesday. The Tar Heels rolled to a 95-68 victory over San Diego State and will play Ole Miss later today in the round of 64. On Wednesday, Xavier and Texas clashed in the battle of number 11 seeds. Texas led by double digits in the first half, but Xavier stormed back to complete the comeback and win 86-80. The final game of the first four was a matchup between American and Mount St. Mary's. A 22-point performance from Dola Abadayo was enough to lift Mount St. Mary's to an 83-72 victory and a berth in the round of 64. The Los Angeles Dodgers will head back stateside to finish the remainder of spring training after winning their first two regular season games. On Wednesday, the reigning World Series champions improved to 2-0 on the season after a 6-3 victory over the Chicago Cubs in Tokyo, Japan. The Dodgers' next regular season game will take place in LA against the Tigers, while the Cubs will go on the road to face the Diamondbacks. Both of those games will correspond with opening day for the rest of Major League Baseball on March 27th. That's all the sports updates I have for you today, Cersei. Have a great spring break, and let's send it back to the news desk.
Thanks for the update, Samuel.
Well, that's all the time we have for you today, Cersei. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Cersei High Line TV.
And to follow us on X at Line TV, Instagram at Cersei Line TV, and on Facebook at Cersei High Line TV. Signing off, I'm Braden Farron.
And I'm Marley Snow. Have a wonderful spring break, Cersei.